replaced all the voice actors. I mean, could you imagine what it would be like to replace Tony Oliver as Rick Hunter? Oy, oy. Well, we heard plenty of that from the Latin American fans, so we worked hard on this new release. We've got it unified, so we've got all the different versions, so depending on, regardless of which version that they're happy with, we've got all the various alternate tracks in there. So hopefully that will make that fan base very happy. Question we've gotten a lot of lately, what happened to Robotech role-playing games? We were on a really good roll, but last year, actually there was no new Robotech role-playing games. This is from Palladium, our longtime partner who's been releasing new games. Kevin Samita, he's actually been taking care of his dad, he's fallen ill. We highly respect that, we understand that, and we wish him the best in the recovery, and so we understand that he's taking some time off from the company. But one thing he did commit to, he did say that in spite of no books coming out last year, the next book on the list, Robotech The New Generation, is coming out later this year. So that's something that Kevin Samita is looking forward to working hard on. And Robotech Comics. For a long time, Robotech Comics were getting really hard to find. We have a great publisher, DC Comics. We're very happy with our partnership with them. But some of the Robotech Comics were becoming so hard to find from them that the most recent series, Prelude to Shadow Chronicles, were going for as high as $80 a piece on eBay. And so we decided to take care of that. If you're one of the guys who thought of it as a speculation play to pay for that and try to make some money off of it, sorry about that, but we have new trade paperbacks coming out of it. So, but the trade paperback that just came out, Robotech Prelude to Shadow Chronicles, we actually put a lot of work into it. We're proud of the extra work that DC put in above and beyond. New scenes, new artwork, to actually tie into the movie more carefully. We actually went back to the script and rewrote certain scenes. And for those of you who love technical stuff like Robotech Art 1, this book is chock full of all sorts of mecha, ships, behind the scenes stuff, like all the way back to the Sentinels, how the Sentinels designs evolved into what we used in the Shadow Chronicles universe. Like, here's a little bit of backstory here. This is kind of interesting. This was one of the joys of working with Carl. He got to explain where some of these interesting concepts for the Sentinels came from. Carl was worked really under the gun back in '86 when he was trying to get Sentinels done. And because of the compressed schedule, one of the things that they had no contingency for in the schedule was retakes. And so if junk was being turned in, he was pulling his hair out at the time. He was kind of stuck with the quality of the material. And that's why, you know, some folks, even though Sentinels was done by Tatsuno, but it has that nice familiar look, some fans noticed that the quality just wasn't up to par with some of the best Robotech episodes. And interesting thing about the Carbarans was the first time he got a early preliminary design backup for them, they were called the Care Bears. And Carl was like, "Are you out of your mind? You know, do you realize how much trouble we're going to get with that?" And so when it was resubmitted, they were the Carbarans. Spelled with a K, so no problem there. But anyway, we thought that the kind of the silly poop-eating grin just was incongruous with the gritty nature of the Robotech universe that Carl had envisioned. So we finally got a chance to do, you know, some retakes that I think he always wanted, and so we kind of redesigned some of the aliens to have a little bit more of an impressive look over what was done back then, including the famous buckethead design. Kind of refined that a little bit, and as well as you know, hot-looking robots. So yeah, that's actually out right now. You can get that if your local comic shop is sold out. You can look up the star number, or you can find it through most online retailers like Amazon. And later this year, because people have been asking for more, we're collecting every single unpublished Macross miniseries. And so we're collecting it into one giant trade paperback. And so everything like Love and War, Mars Base 1, Little White Dragon, all of those are being collected into one giant trade paperback, even larger than Prelude to Shadow Chronicles. It's coming out this December. And it's got all, you know, a lot of behind-the-scenes storylines that go in between the Robotech saga. So why certain things happen the way they did in the Robotech 85 episode timeline, you'll get some additional backstory as to the events in the universe. So this is something definitely worth looking forward to. And something we've been hearing about for years and years and years, you've seen prototypes, sculpts, what have you, the toys are out, the battle pods are out. And we've made them in the 1/100 scale to match the 1/100 scale VF1s. Everybody's got VF1 variants coming out of their ears, so now we've got battle pod variants. We're going to do every single version. And here is the limited edition version for Comic-Con. This is a toy that we researched and found that it has never been made, not even in Japan, which is the movie edition of battle pods. If you ever watched Macross the movie, you'll know that the battle pods in the movie were a little bit different. So that is at Toonami Exhibit Hall booth number 3229. Just like last year with the Strike Veritex, which were never made before because that was a movie variant that we had never released under the Robotech brand. We have a feeling that these are probably going to be a hot item to go after. Okay, question a lot of folks ask us, live action film. What's going on with the live action film? This is something that people first found out about after Comic-Con a few years ago. And here's actually the production team. You might have heard rumors, all sorts of things in the trade papers. And these are the folks that we've got announced so far that are confirmed working on the production team. We've got Akiva Goldsman. He's got 2 Academy Awards for Best Screenplay. Jason Netter, he worked with us on Robotech Shadow Chronicles, but after that, he really made a name for himself by doing the comic book adaptation film Wanted with Angelina Jolie, which was a huge success. And Tobey Maguire, now some folks might wonder, wait, the Spider-Man guy? Well, to give you guys some background, he's a very diversified talent, and his film that he produced, Seabiscuit, was nominated for 7 Oscars. So not only is he a very accomplished actor, he's a very accomplished producer. And the writers that we have involved are Lawrence Kasdan. How many of you know who Lawrence Kasdan is? Okay, for the folks who didn't raise your hand, he's the guy who wrote Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark, the good Indiana Jones and the good Star Wars movies. And he's got a whole bunch of Academy Award nominations, and also working on the writing of the Robotech live-action film are Alfred Gao and Miles Miller. They wrote Spider-Man 2, which fanboys largely consider the best Spider-Man movie. And also Tom Rob Smith, New York Times bestseller. He's the young new gentleman joining the team. And so we've got a really awesome team. But I'm sure many fans say, well, where's our trailer? Well, just to give you some background, Captain America and Green Lantern are much older properties. They've been around many, many more years, and they've been in development a lot longer. And so the fact that we've gotten this far with the studio, major studio at that we're happy to be working with, is a real big testament to Robotech's popularity. So we're looking forward to this. When we have more information, definitely we'll let you know. There have been rumors about directors being sought out at this time, but we can't confirm nor deny. Though one thing we can confirm is that a lot of you might have noticed that certain merchandising categories of Robotech have been slowly quieting down. One of the things Warner Brothers has been doing is anticipation of live-action movie. They've been accumulating all the merchandising rights for Robotech through their consumer products division. So now some people might wonder, Time Warner doing stuff beyond movies? Well, if you look at it, look at super brands like Harry Potter and Batman, all managed through the Time Warner media empire. So that's really a top-notch company to be aligned with. Now, here is another big set of questions people ask us. What was Carl Macek up to? What was he up to? And this is actually what's really important to us, and we take very much personal pride in this is what are the projects that he was up to that we really feel is important to take it upon ourselves to finish. One of the projects that he was working on was War Eagles. He was here at Comic-Con last year because not only did he want to do the novel, he wanted to work on the comic book. There's actually interested comic book publishers here at San Diego Comic-Con, so that's a project that we've got folks pitching in to try to see, make sure it gets done.